your wide receiver in the hands in the NFL. And
Yes.
and I'm going to start getting called a Dak rider. I see stuff how I see it and I call it out. I don't think Dak had for his stats, like he was 3 touchdowns and 1 interception going into that overtime, but I still didn't think he played great. So
All even says, Anth, it's a bad decision, bro, because if it's tip, it's picked.
but if Barry, you got to agree with me here, man. If the ball hits an NFL wide receiver in the hands, it should be a catch.
Yeah.
It should be a catch.
You're not wrong.
I always agree with that.
If it hits you, and it's not like it was outreached, he volleyballed it. He literally hit it off his forearms into the guy. I don't know. I still think we should have just ran.
Hank
Yes,
says highest interception percentage in the NFL, Whack Prescott.
Yeah, what he's got? Well, now he's going to be, 17 touchdowns, 11 interceptions?
And he's 9 games, 11 interceptions.
That's not great. I'm pretty sure I think 11 interceptions is his career high in the season.
JT Hunt said it was a difficult throw to make anyways, to lean over and throw around the defender. Noah should have caught it.
Again, it's not about necessarily the tip, which I do agree is a factor. And I'm on this play, I agree with Anth. Like, that was in his arms. He should have pulled that in. And if you're not using Stickum, then start fucking using Stickum, because that's what I would do, bro. But
And if it's not Stickum, use Jism.
use Jism, whatever needs to work.
Jism.
But yeah, I think that he was fair to pull the trigger on that one.
I don't think it was a bad throw.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a bad decision. He was getting blitzed. He saw a guy that was streaking across. He threw it. It hit him in the hands. It's a terrible bounce. It's a terrible fact that the guy caught it and the guy ran it down. I think the more concerning factor than Dak Prescott's interceptions is that our defense can't stop anybody when they want to run on us.
I know. Let's look at this. 192
That drives me nuts,
yards.
man. That's
192 yards.
That's too many, man.
192 yards, 7.1 average.
This Etienne Jr. should not have 103 yards and 5.4 average. Jamal Agnew, 3 carries, 17.3 yards average.
Wow.
Like, if we're going to talk about stuff that actually hurt the team, start right there. Start with how many rushing yards we gave up. We gave up 192 for a 7.1 average, along a 30. Like that's a killer right there.
So I can say in 2 arguments, it is fair for us to judge on one side of the thing, the play that happened at the end of the game.
Oh, I'm still fucking.
I know,
it's like just now hitting me. Like,
hang on.
it's just hitting me now.
We're gonna have a positive outcome at the end of this combo. Trust me.
Just avoid saying the play at the end of the game. That's
all
like
I'm
PTSD
saying.
for
No,
me.
but it needs to be brought up because
No, you're right.
that is a single thing that we're looking at in the game of football is a play-by-play type of game. It's unique in that where it's like, okay, rush a play. You watch hockey. I mean, I guess baseball also is
Kind of like that. I know what you mean.
that,
Like
right?
it's not flowing. It's each
there is
plays,
momentum.
There's oh man,
Absolutely.
you can see
Yeah.
if anyone ever argued momentum in the game of sports, just watch that second half with the Jaguars. You could
feel it.
You could feel like watching it and hearing the crowd. You go, oh god, they're literally getting momentum. Momentum's this weird ghost stat that you can't see or hear, but it's a real thing.
Okay, Kilo C says we have to look at what got us in this position.
That was my whole point, was not to look at this. Like, it's fair for us to be analyzing this one position, but then as
with the one play.
we look at, now we have to take that bird's eye view of the whole game and say, like, okay, there is the problem. Why we ended up
You got to break it down.
Why we ended up in overtime with the Jags.
When we were,
And not to take away from the mistakes the offense made.
the defense. Okay. Yeah, everybody.
There's mistakes. This is not defensive or offensive blame. It's just a team issue. I actually don't care about throwing blame. We need it fixed if we want to compete in the playoffs, man.
Playoffs. I cannot. I literally, as a physical being on this planet, I cannot take a wild card loss this year. I can't do it. And if we play like we just played today.
And Adam, are you going to be able to make sure we have the things necessary?
You guys, if we lose on wild card round, if we lose wild card, if we lose in the wild card, you guys better strap me down to this couch, because I can't take it again.
No,
I can't-
we're loading you with Screech. Don't worry, Screech.
No,
That's probably the worst thing you could do.
What is it? Oh,
No, you wait, I have to pin him down, and we'll have to just feed edibles into his
Edibles.
mouth.
Yeah, edibles would
Like
probably edibles would
at
probably
the
be
start
way.
at the start of the fourth quarter, you got to toss edibles into his mouth.
unless we're winning. But
back to the game.
there
Sorry.
is glaring holes on this team
Yes, on the team.
right now.
On the team.